Who are you?
I'm Matt Mitchell, and I am the player of many faces. I'm actually the Dungeon Master. Some would say even the Forever DM.
How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons, well, started back in like 3rd grade. I dabbled in it here and there, and then I picked it right back up during COVID, and I've been playing ever since then. So, what was that, like 6-7 years now, solid? And then, of course, trickling in Gen 3 and Gen 4 of D&D before 5th edition.
What does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you?
Dungeons and Dragons means to me a plethora of things, from gathering to friends, to having a good time, to teaching people new things, but above all, storytelling. I think storytelling is something that has been a part of humanity for years, and the fact that someone finally came around and turned it into a game and taught others how to tell their own stories, that's something that's invaluable. Like, there's nothing that can amount to that, because I'll bring people to the table who have never played a game like this, where I tell them, use your imagination, do what you want, and come play. And a lot of them are like bogged up, oh, do I have to know rules or anything like that? Like, that's not what it's about. It's about having a gathering and telling stories. That's honestly what Dungeons and Dragons means to me.
Let's get started. Who are you?
So my name is Tori, and I play Inox the Shifter Artificer.
And how long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for about 6 years now.
That's awesome. And what does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you?
Dungeons and Dragons means just a lot of things, like being able to like build off the world and being like in a different, like an escape, basically.
It's perfect.
All right. That's it. Let's do it.
Who are you?
My name is Marco Rebello.
And what player do you play?
I play as Captain Marcello, the fearsome tiefling swashbuckler.
How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I would say about 4 to 5, pushing 5 years by now. I have both been a player and a dungeon master at the same time, and I'm a huge fan of just TTRPGs in general.
What does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you?
Dungeons and Dragons to me originally was just playing with minis and kind of capturing that essence of a childhood, but as I grew up and with the game, it became more of a symbolism of using all your imagination and things that you've learned from school that possibly you never thought were going to be useful.
Alrighty, here we go. Who are you? Introduce yourself.
I am Greg. My character, though, is a human Kalishtar arcane trickster.
Nice. That's awesome. How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I've been playing for about 8 years.
8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. And what does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you personally?
It's just a great way to have fun, be creative. It's just a blast, honestly. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty. Who are you?
So my name's Eddie. Who I play in the game is Garth. I'm a Goliath, so a half giant. That's who I am.
And how long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
So I started probably about 5 years ago. I jumped into a game just to like check it out with my friends, and I loved it. It was a great time. But then I unfortunately I had things go on and I couldn't play. But this past year and a half, I got to jump back in and experience like the whole thing again, and it's been great.
That's awesome. So what does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you?
What it means to me is it's kind of a way for me to be able to connect with my friends again. Honestly, it's now that we're all grown and we get to still come together. It takes a lot to get people together nowadays, like especially with work, job, everything that you got going, kids, families, everything. And it's just awesome to be able to like take a day and come and and be a kid again. Honestly, it's a great thing. I love it.
Who are you?
I am Dylan. I play Sir Kaelor Vaylor, Knight of the Fallen Rose.
And how long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for about a year now.
And what does Dungeons and Dragons mean to you?
Dungeons and Dragons to me means creativity. It really gives me a time to just be creative, have fun, kind of get back into that mode where you're thinking not just about the black and white of the day-to-day, but to really test yourself and your creativity of what can I think about, and how can I make this fun.